400 giant cauldrons bottom blades of jagged aluminum to be poured in via the overhead line. An electric current passes through the alumina at the bottom of these pots, causing some sciencey shit to start happening. While that happens, pieces of the Earth's core are excavated to the factory floor, which contain the precious thorium needed to combine with the alumina to make aluminum. Thorium that's fresh out of the pot may be just a bit too hot to enjoy, so it's recommended that's packed in the concrete floor. Sometimes the cauldron gets a bit crusty from the Earth's crust mixing into the thorium samples. Giant pincers are used to remove these impurities. This same process is done if the thorium excavations accidentally dredge up pieces of hell, which is a real place, and you are absolutely going there when you die. Walking the train twice a day is mandatory. Make sure it doesn't have a hissy fit and bury the employees in molten metal. The aluminum thorium mixture is melted at over 1400 degrees while its will-to-live escapes as gas, polluting the factory with aluminum ghosts. An aluminum ghostbuster then gets to work using a huge tube to suck up the pure aluminum from the bottom of the mixing pot. This tube is attached to an industrial-sized teapot, which is where we barbecue rations during times of peace. During times of war, the molten aluminum slowly assimilates all who oppose it. When the aluminum is to be cast, it is gently stroked with a stroker pole that hooks it into its respective mold. The top skin of the aluminum is skimmed off the top, which most people dislike, but some enjoy on their own as singles. While the liquid aluminum hardens in a process called aluminium, waterfalls of imported aluminum are applied to add more aluminum to the aluminium. 20 tons of bauxite have produced 4 tons of aluminum, which when read backwards explains aluminum's nickname of the marijuana of metals. When finished, the aluminum is often reshaped on site into a different product, such as these 11 soda cans. Don't go anywhere. There's even more aluminum coming up right after this. For my sign, no, that's impossible! Vector is the world-changing meal delivery service that knows sometimes you suddenly have double your normal appetite and have to order twice as much food as normal. That's why Vector lets you order up to 35 meals per week that are delivered right to your door, including keto, calorie-smart, vegan, and veggie options, and more. If you've ever begun puzzling the ethics of creating human life and are now wondering if it's normal to have a romantic attraction to your exact duplicate, well, wonder no more, because Factor is here to keep your mind focused on these important questions while they take care of the hassle of prepping, cooking, and cleaning up dinner. All that energy you and your new perfect twin save is better spent consuming gourmet Factor ingredients like filet mignon, shrimp, truffle butter, and other luxurious options. Ever since I've been forced to have a new roommate who thankfully likes all the same TV shows that I do, I've found Factor extremely handy at helping keep my place clean, since it means no dirty dish pile up and space time is taken care of with their line of smoothies and juices. Head to Factor75.com. Huggies FB50 to get 50% off your first Factor box plus free breakfast for 1 year. That's code Huggies FB50 at Factor75.com to get 50% off plus free breakfast for 1 year. Factor, the only meal service that'll be able to tell who's the clone and who's the original when it comes down to the inevitable death struggle for power. We continue our aluminum special with the most popular aluminum product. Pots and pans. Some factories have giant machines that simply stamp out or mold the cookware, while other factories use a technique called metal spin. To make cookware that gets an OK hand sign rating from an assembly line cook, you have to start with a pure aluminum sheet called a blade. Company tramp stamp is embossed onto what will be the bottom or booty of the pot. A pot and pan executioner clamps the bottom of the lathe and prepares it for death via filter. After locking the execution chamber, Only a call from the governor can save the pot from its fate of having its gas shaped and bent during the 15,000 rotations per second. Freshly killed pots tend to make the best cookware, since they won't be able to come alive and scream when you put boiling water in, especially on nights of a full moon. People simultaneously giving haircuts as it spawned into mortal oil. For sick children, as the metal strands cutting into their skull will give them a great reminder of, "You're not dead yet, stupid." Aluminum is one of the few materials on the planet that is cheaper to recycle than to just throw away, because mining bauxite is extremely cool, and one of the most sought-after jobs in the country. The same can't be said for piss baby plastic. A Belmont whip is salvaged from the top edge of the pot, and it's the perfect material for slaying vampires. After a quick tactical reload, the robotic metal barber removes the sharp edge from the pot. The P&P executioner opens the doors to the party van to harvest the fresh corpse that's perfect for hot soup. After reaching level 16, the executioner evolves into a hole puncher, who is the most important job in the factory, punching holes into the pots for the handles. He is paid $14 million a year for this, and if any of you want to complain, try grabbing a pot without handles next time you're cooking 8 gallons of chili for Easter Sunday. Here's an insurance hit. He was pressed undercover as a 1970s metal. Gentle kicking, and easing of the metal with a special tool is the best way to kill it significantly. You may think they're making the world's tiniest drum suit. But it's actually Uncle Kyle testing out his new instrument for his experimental prog band. If this idea works, 9 bands from the upstate New York area are going to have some great indie venue shows. And if it doesn't, Uncle Kyle is out $400,000. Prison labor is a great substitute for unions whenever the federal government isn't watching. What if it is? This campaign is proven to make assembly line workers 10% smarter. Some materials are better suited to be spun than others. Aluminum is a very malleable metal, making it ideal for this process. While hard-to-get pots and quick things like spinning dirt is difficult but cheap. Over 30% of home cookware is made from processed dirt, and most consumers don't notice the difference. Ask a sales representative if your cookware is actually processed dirt the next time you do your home shopping. We continue our aluminum special with the most popular aluminum product, ladders. They light and sturdy, and make any mistake easy. Back in the 1930s, wooden ladders were the standard, but they were extremely heavy and difficult to position. The use of aluminum took things to a whole new level. To make a standard nuclear ladder famous, aluminum needs to be strengthened with these ingredients: coal, aluminum, coffee cups, and it all gets put through a giant griddle press and cooked until a nice golden brown. A No. 2 side bucket is used to dump all of the aluminum through a furnace. Come on, Gary, open the furnace. Come on, Gary, you can do it. Here's a little shoveling out the ingredients into the furnace is his favorite test. The aluminum tubes sprays in a series of pots while the network refreshes their sunlight in the background. The aluminum cans are back, and this time they're made for a mighty purpose and are fun for dreams. This factory also makes wind chimes for giants, titans, soapboxes, and Shaquille O'Neal.
Extra indulgent care to keep it spicy there. Or that smoky touch that makes it your own. Add your signature with Cracker Barrel signatures.
I assure you, I will. Yes, Python, doesn't it? Alright, team, let's keep up the good vibes. Let's make it tasty. Let's get over.
At the window deck, aluminum trees are locked and spongy without stick. The aluminum carpet is tucked into an extruder, and the aluminum rifle is given a fresh fit. You usually cannot get this clip on YouTube. This factory also makes speed, giants, titans, soapboxes, and that's all. A fresh speedy water works to cool carbon before being set. A professional painter is the only one known who cleans his long rod in such a manner. At the next station, a ladder condom is industrially riveted onto the ends to practice safe climbing. They stick information of the ladder's current educational level directly into the rails. And now they assemble the ladder one step at a time. Get it? Do you get it? The funnier is to step ladder, just one step at a time, and step ladder. Okay, so they assemble the ladder, which is do you get it? Do you get it? Do you get it? It's okay if you get it. You can get it. I'll explain it. Do you get it? You just need to explain it. If you want to get it, and let's see how good that joke was. Do you get it? The launch workshop is riveted on to help stabilize the network. In case the powerful ladder needs to spin, extension rods are used for delivery. These things are open together by a working extension and putting it in right into the machine. Listen to ladder and other extension-based music from mechanisms that endlessly run from the ladder. At this point, the ladder is immensely stretched out, long latitude away. Just use each one with a little personal remember that they're only for people on the roster. Single if you really want, baseball bats. Today's baseball bats. Aluminum baseball bats are not every figure. Pros still use traditional wood, but it's not a metal bat is a definite hit. And made to be awkwardly kicked while running to first base. A metal bat is the favorite of speed-grade baseball teams ever. With high-grade aluminum rods and gallons of great steel wool, it makes sense to the aluminum as a good step to the short chunks of blank. And that's the keen nutrition makes the blank disappear. And then has some more milk to celebrate its and thus the aluminum clutch-bladed blade is usually with a baseball which will now use a rifle. Aluminum bags are especially the aluminum with impact. It will be 300 shrinking piston bores deep into the aluminum. Wait, hang on, this is still how the aluminum flashlights are made. Aluminum bats really start with three-shaped aluminum cylinders that are absolutely not hot in any way, and therefore are too unsexy to qualify for sex toys. Once you've done any reports about that. Here's a ring, Alicia. Say I do. 3 seconds. It always gets right. Silos set. Really produces the silence of the high-speed mixer combines the ice and on the other hand, we have not used for just one laser. After about indicating they're now fixed. It has been on the flavoring. the inevitable state of society. Thanks to this success, we the place the continuation using a shuffling machine. Many markers. The second program, the first is delicately straight pitch, totally rusty and moving packaging machine, enhancing the flavor. Finally, you may be surprised to hear this, but the ice cream on another line, ice cream cone production is underway. What feeder trucks do have sugar cones that go up to the inside of the cone to help lubricate the ice cream once it takes the edge. Next, also spread out the ice cream. Half the production line is chocolate ice cream, and the other half is sweet flavor. The whole chocolate acid flavor. Now, start the awesome part of production. In the 20th century, an American biscuit company introduced a cookie sandwich. It was 2 chocolate cookies with rich vanilla ice cream at the center. This sandwich cookie created an instant taste, which was essentially later it has a little you can still crave the sugary noodles, crunch, and eating the sandwich cookie in milk is a tasty tradition, and one of the things is food. And then the absolute button helping to close the loop of any negative numbers. Water is in. The mixture begins to move on the aftermath. If the working depth of the loop hitting the advent of security cameras, the rope is typically at first fire and finish of the The first removal cookie wafers is moved from one conveyor. them to be equally baked. We'd normally show you this, but the gas oven camera wasn't working, so here's more conveyor belt footage. We swear that's for them, and the cookies only like going around by a fence that we made an application no service. The second biggest thing is showing up to bake them forever, wanting the cookies to develop a crispy toaster exterior. The deal was all set for every occasion. This is not true of the thing. It's a delightful cookie time. Maybe wonder, could they do that to cookies so that they could be food? Each little punch is given a scoot on the time to be moved into project position. Just like your least favorite vehicle, the cookies just look like the button games upon 17 before they move about it. But this video is different because this video is not sponsored. Instead, I'm acting on my own volition for informing viewers of what is being made because 50% of that partnership is free. You see, this video isn't sponsored, but I am. I am the newest creator to be sponsored by gamers. It is equally clear. Future ones are going to have a creative notification stuff. This will be just go home after negotiated local whiskey and then my name on Facebook. And if you want to do these Just like in a digital device, the world is shaped in the creator's image. Using a surfboard scruffy buddy, the board is smoothed over to optimal specification. Because moving on to the next photo while staying perfectly flat, as convenient. Don't forget those sulfurs, young man. The board has been seeded with all of their hands here. After one final check, it's time for one last quick call. One full course for the next station. Just like you'd expect from the painting chamber. Afterward, this employee snuck in to do something unexplainable. Once more, Orton's almost complete. Now it's time to finishing touches to the decoration. And now, the floor is complete. Rounded and full of thought inside. We'll take a moment to made it possible for concrete. Concrete roofing tiles come in a wide variety of shaken like you would any baby. Places this to stand with console looking good, or inches of football mat, which sits to stand for a year. A worker outside the factory comes in ground up or needs delivery. This pilot will be scooped underneath the middle of the ceiling pile, canceling out the natural upward gravitational pull of the ceiling pile and making it safe for moving. These new USMLE regs will just be used for public. The next process, same thing as that one big thing wrong doesn't take off. All it needs is an automated separator extracts each nickel. Nozzle sprays UV juice on the tire, and a black light reveals which tires are super serviceable. The tire it's like a game of Jenga where the goes through one. All the reactions are kept completely and divided into equal parts. That lets check it from the loose pile alone, so that this pile is competing in the reverse distance. These cars have charged, and FYI, an area of the world I know owns a disc in Scientifically, any child who gets in front of one of these running machines is 120% more likely to succeed in life. Like many professional tools, the Light Parts of here that is easy to use apart from that. This is a the process starts when you use which is quick and manual for every video week. And surprising by the way, there is no CDP incubator, or conductors in 1,000 years of life.